How's everyone today? If there's anyone here yet. Bringing up my desktop. Easier to see. Hope everyone is having a good morning so far. We're going to do some reading from A Course in Miracles. I'm not sure what we're going to read yet. For me, even though my own lesson for the day it's a recap actually. Give me a second and I'll bring it up. Review. For me, it was a review, and it is review. It's lesson 220, which is a review of 200. Every 20 or so lessons, there was a review. I believe this is the last review that we have. Hey, Tundra. Tundra, how are you? How's your week starting for you? So, lesson 220, which is actually just a review of lesson 200, is there is no peace except the peace of God. Hey, Dell. How are you, my friend? There is no peace except the peace of God. If we are not experiencing peace in any way, it means that in thought only, not in actuality, we have wandered from the path of God. We wandered from the peace of God. That's good, because it serves as a reminder. It's just a detour. We can always turn back. Dill says, thanks for accepting my friend requests. Absolutely, my friend. Tundra says, hey, Squirrel Sniper, how are you? Hey, how's your back feeling, Sniper? Tundra says, hi, King, and hi, Squirrel. Dill says, hi to Tundra and a Squirrel Sniper. What's the update for the morning? So, again, although my lesson for the day was 220, there is no peace except the peace of God. I found myself being drawn to, as this is my third time in 30 plus years going through the workbook. It's not an easy workbook to go through. 2597. That's awesome. 2597. With 5 days being held back, we could probably easily knock off 100, right? That means that 300 watch hours to go, thereabouts. It's hard to really surmise, but I think we could probably safely say about 300, maybe even less than 300. However, it doesn't pay to, as they say, rest on our laurels. I don't know what a laurel is. I know it's a flower, right? It's a plant. I don't know why we would want to rest on them. However, give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, we don't want to rest. We want to keep pushing forward. So, yeah, again, as I was doing my own study through the workbook of lesson 220. For whatever reason, I was being drawn towards light. Hey, easy. And light, for me, starts bringing me back to lesson like 80, lesson 81. Lesson 81 is, I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. And I'll tell you why I feel I'm being drawn in that direction in just a minute. How you doing, Easy? Tanya says, yeah, I did 40 last night on live. Wow. Nice. So this could be it, Tandra. This week could be all of them coming together. Hey, Sabine. Sabine, how are you? Sabine says, good morning, Yogi Eric. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Sniper says, is there a connection between the first and last question? That's a good question. What is the question, Sniper? So lesson 81. I am the light of the world. Begins with, how holy am I, who have been given the function of lighting up the entire world? Let me be still before my holiness. In its calm light, let all the conflicts disappear. In its peace, let me remember who I am. Some specific forms for applying this idea when special difficulties seem to arise might be, let me not obscure the light of the world in me. Let the light of the world shine through this appearance. This shadow will vanish before the light. Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. How do we forgive? Just shine light. Light is synonymous with awareness, which is synonymous with love. If you are not experiencing love in any moment, if it does not seem like you're experiencing love in any moment, simply bring awareness to that which seems unloving, unlovable, or not accepting love, including within ourselves. No need to change it. No need to fight it. No need to resist it. Just bring awareness to it. Remember, awareness is synonymous with love. Just through the act of awareness, things begin to change. I love that forgiveness is my function as the light of the world, which means I just bring awareness to it. My own, I've been questioning some in my own life. A little bit of darkness, a little bit of heaviness, where it seems to be coming from other people, as if I've accepted some weight that's offered from other people, some darkness offered from other people. The truth is, there's no darkness anywhere except in me. And even that doesn't truly exist. But if there is darkness found in someone else, it's my projection. And how do I heal that projection? I simply bring light to it, the light of awareness. As soon as I realize it's my projection, it begins to disappear. But until I can accept it, until I can examine my own, I wrote about this morning, my own darkened corners. Until I can examine my own darkened corners and accept full responsibility for it, responsibility, our ability to respond, nothing ever changes. I just keep recognizing darkness in other people, other situations, other events. If you see any darkness, it's always ours. Phil says, over 30 years in the workbook, I'd say great commitment. I'm sure many aren't as dedicated to the course. I think you need sometimes to space it out. I also don't think that you need to keep starting it over. for whatever reason, and it coincided with me growing my YouTube channel, as I knew that um, I was going to need to reaffirm my commitment to forgiveness and love as my channel expanded. Hey, Small Faces, how are you? Good morning, my friend. Lesson 1 and the last lesson is the question. So lesson 1 in A Course in Miracles, with the last lesson, let's take that under consideration. And then if I'm off course, if you think that that's not answering the question, let me know. Lesson 1 of A Course in Miracles throws a lot of people off. Small Faces sending some love. Hello, my friend. Got to go, get to core. And Small Face says, great, how are you? Have a good workout. Sabine says she's fine. I'm glad to hear that you are fine. I'm doing pretty good too. A lot of people never get past the first 10 lessons of A Course in Miracles because it begins with nothing I see in this room, on the street, from the window, in this place, out the door, mean anything at all. This watch doesn't mean anything. Paper towel doesn't mean anything. This phone doesn't mean anything. None of it means anything. And of course, the ego argues. Of course, I've used this watch before. Of course, this watch means something. It was given as a gift. I love it. It helps me keep track of the distance that I walk every day. I've used it in many, many races. Has a lot of meaning for me. But I've given it that meaning. I've assigned it that meaning. In and of itself, it has no meaning. In and of itself, it actually has no existence. I could take it apart. Is it still a watch? If I take it apart, can it even be said to be a collection of parts that make a watch? It's just a collection of parts. Seen in its entirety, each and every part is a thing in and of itself that has no meaning either. So that brings us to nothing has any meaning until we assign it meaning. So the first 50 lessons or so of A Course in Miracles strips us bare. It's a path of negation. We're negating this and we're negating that. So lesson 365. This holy instant I would give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. This is our final surrender. In this moment, the holy instant, and every instant is holy, we surrender. When we say, I would give to you, we are saying, I would give to the Holy Spirit, I would give to the Tao, I would give to God. Because I am not leading my life any longer. I don't even have a life. There's just light, there's just love, there's just existence. And I will be guided. It says, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. I love the reassurance here. And if I need a word to help me, he will give it to me. If I need a thought, he will also give. And if I need but stillness and a tranquil open mind, these are the gifts I will receive from him. He is in charge by my request, and he will hear and answer me because he speaks for God, my Father, and his Holy Son. Beautiful prayer. I love the fact that lesson 365, we're not really doing lessons anymore. We're just surrendering. Hey, Bulk. How are you, my friend? Bulk says, so guys, hope you're all well. I hope you are too. Dill says, you mentioned Ho'oponopono yesterday. I've heard about that and read about Dr. Hugh Len, who apparently healed people in a hospital. They all got better and he was doing Ho'opono in the hospital. Do you believe this really happened? Because some have speculated whether it did. I don't know. I don't know if it really happened or not. Um, I don't think it matters. Ho'oponopono is actually a daily practice for me. It's part of the way I begin my day. I use it as a form of surrender. It's a reminder that forgiveness isn't something that I do, it's something that I am. And I can turn it over. I can turn that action over to something greater than myself. In Ho'oponopono, they call it inspiration or divinity, handing it over to the divine. Course in Miracles, they call it the Holy Spirit. And yoga, we might surrender to Shiva or to Krishna. I've always loved the thought of just surrendering to the Tao. The Tao literally means the way, and the way is always love. So I can just surrender to the way. So I do love the practice of Ho'oponopono. I have no doubt that that is what Dr. Len Hu did. Whether or not that was the catalyst of healing for people, who knows? I don't know if it matters. Let's see. Dill says a Ho'oponopono song on YouTube. You've probably heard it already. It's very nice. I don't think I have heard it. I'll look for it. Yeah, for me, I just love the practice. And it clears up any blocks within me. And past week or so, and blocks within me always appear outside. And it has appeared as other people lately. Or specifically a couple people. So for me, practicing Ho'oponopono allows me to accept responsibility, my ability to respond. I don't want to respond to other people. I most certainly don't want to react to other people. I want to recognize, as Dill knows so well, there are no other people. There are no other people. That darkness that is appearing as this person is bringing me the heavy weight of their grievances or resentments or whatever, it's not on them, it's on me to heal. And Ho'oponopono gives me that healing modality. Hey, Eve, how are you, my friend? It was great seeing you on Goga yesterday. Speaking of Goga, and speaking of our friend Tandra is going to be making her own appearance with Goga. Eve says, greetings everyone. Greetings to you, my friend. We get some celebration from Eve. Hey, Eve. Our friend Tandra is at 2,597 watch hours. Later today, hopefully we'll hear from our friend Daisy May, and see how close she is. And Runnerboy is getting close too. Those are the big three. I've been watching a lot of Food from Afar as well. I had her up all yesterday along with Tandra. In about 2 or 3 minutes, we'll go and make some oatmeal. The sun is starting to come up earlier and earlier, which is awesome for me. I get that early morning light to get out there and see what nature's offered. About 3 times a week, I do a longer morning walk to get that perfect amount of sunlight. Eve says, Tandra is so close. Yes, she is. Eve says, can't wait to see Tandra. Footage Pro says, remember me? I don't remember you. Not offhand. But that doesn't mean that ultimately I don't remember you. Because once we start talking, what send me a reminder. What did we talk about? I might remember you. Let me know what we talked about. Hey, Timo. Timo, I missed you this weekend. Hey, Dill, this afternoon, let me know when you're around later today. If you get to hop on the live stream, and we'll do a lot of talk about Ho'oponopono if you want. Timo says, Eric in chat, how are you, my friend? Timo says, hey, Timo, how are you doing? And ultimately for me, hey, Footage Pro, I just subscribed. Make sure that we keep that connection. So I am liked and subscribed. Timo says, I can't listen to school. Gotcha. What are you? I didn't know you were in school. Timo says hi to Eve. Eve says, footage, apologies accepted. Yep, so I was saying, ultimately for me, Ho'oponopono never fails to offer me some sort of inspiration for whatever it is that's going on in my life. I've sort of given up the thought of things like, is this true? Did it happen? I've largely given up a lot of philosophy. It's still fun to read about. I still enjoy it. But everything has to come down to practicality. Does it work for me? If I do this, does it bring me closer to peace or does it take me away from peace? Is it a detour? For me, I got tired of detours. I also got tired of illusions within illusions. The theories, the thought systems, the detours that just, as Kenneth Wapnick likes to talk about, there's no hierarchy of illusions. There's no higher form of thinking within an illusion. An illusion is an illusion within an illusion. He says, Yogi footage has apologized for saying something mean. Oh, where did he say that? I didn't see it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Eve. Footage says I once, you suck. I am sorry. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the apology. I appreciate it. And as Eve says, accepted. Absolutely, my friend. Sweet says Eric Timo is making professional advanced courses. Nice. From time to time, he has to do that. Gotcha. So I'm guessing that is why there was no premiere yesterday. Hard at work. Understandable. So yeah, Eve, thank you so much. Hey, Beggar. Beggar says, I see. What are you seeing today, my friend? Baker, you've been pretty consistent showing up in the mornings. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate your presence here. Hey, Dale, have you read the Disappearance of the Universe? That's a that's another thing you and I should talk about. Because I'm often asked, because I enjoyed the book. It's a great summary recap of A Course in Miracles, told in a very humorous and insightful way. But did it happen? Do I believe in ascended masters, and can they come down and have a conversation with someone? And the question or the answer is, I don't know. I don't discount anything, and I don't necessarily believe everything, and I don't think it matters. The disappearance of the universe. I don't think it matters. What matters is my own practice, my own recognition of any glimmer. Well, I guess that would be the wrong metaphor to use. Of only darkened corner that's present within me. Can I expose it? Baker says, thanks, you're welcome, my friend. Can I expose that? Let's see. Sir Almighty Budge says, morning, subbed yesterday. Hey, thank you, my friend. Almighty Budge. I like that channel name. I like the Sir Almighty Budge. I like that you bring a very regal quality to that title. Just back to you, my friend. Or I am just subscribing back to you now. I got all notifications set. Budge says, thank you, you're welcome, my friend. Hey, Brian. Brian, how are you? Man, you had fun skating yesterday. I had you up for a while. Looked like a great family day. Peace and blessings to you, my friend Brian. Brian says, good morning. 2 more minutes, we'll head out, make our oatmeal. Budge says, Budge is my name, but the Sir Almighty represents never giving up. I like that. I like that, my friend. We get a television set from Beggar. Brian says, we had a great time, much needed. Yep, I saw you skating by, a big smile on your face. It was pretty cool to see. Nothing like that kind of family time. Cruising, it's fun anytime is here. Hey, everyone in the chat. Hey, Cruising, how are you? Jeremy and Cheryl. Wonderful channel. Good friends. I always love seeing them. I always love seeing them when they show up to say hi on my live streams. I always love seeing them on their live streams. It's a whole lot of fun. It's like a morning talk show. I mention that all the time. Are you guys subscribed? Cruising is fun anytime, as well as Jeremy and Cheryl. If you click on their channel and you go visit, make sure you hit all notifications, and they will be up. They'll be up today. You'll see them live, so you'll get a chance to see both Jeremy and Cheryl. Cruising is fun anytime. Connected, same family. And you get to sit and hang out with them. If you're gonna do a cruise, that's your go-to place to be. You will get all the information you need about cruising, anything you need to know about cruising. If you're not gonna do a cruise, you might be inspired to do so because they point out how much fun it can be. If you still don't want to do a cruise, hang out because you're with a loving group of people and you'll just have a lot of fun. Brian says it was an 8-year-old party, but the adults had maybe more fun. I could tell how much fun you were having. Cruising is fun says we're watching together this morning. Good morning to you both. Thank you. Much appreciated. Cruising says thank you. Always. Jeremy and Cheryl say good morning. Good morning. Dill says, found a quote you might like. Awesome. Eve says, Ryan, buddy. Hey, Eve, are you connecting with Cruising It's Fun Anytime and Jeremy and Cheryl? Dill says, 3 days, today, tomorrow, and yesterday. I know you'd have to pass were canceled within the here and now, and then the future hidden. I could regain that day, which I before was, had lived in God, had lived in God's own way. By Angelus Silius. I like that. Yeah, that's beautiful, Dale. Thank you for that. Eve says, let me connect with them now. Awesome. I'm going to end the live stream in just a minute. But before I do, I hope everyone takes the time to, Budge says, will do. I hope everyone takes the time to connect. And make some connections. Brian says, good morning, afternoon, Brian. Here's the wonderful thing about connections on YouTube. It seems like you're making one, that you're just making one connection. And then you go to their live stream and you see another wonderful group of people. And even if you just reached out to one or two people where you thought maybe there's a connection, that opens up to a whole nother thread of connections. And it's ongoing. Sometimes you can trace them. Like the algorithms brought Eric Lapointe to my live stream. And Eric Lapointe went to met Tandra. Tandra came to my live stream and who met Eve. And on it goes. You can just trace these little threads. It's pretty cool to see. Like our friend Destiny Forever Walks PhD introduced me to James Gype in order to grow my channel. It's a great place, by the way. James Gype to make connections. In that little circle, not so little actually. There's no such thing as a little circle. I met Mayhem and Miracles and didn't see her again for a long time. And she popped up and I thought, let me, I was actually curious. I actually didn't even remember meeting Mayhem and Miracles in James Gype. So I was curious and I clicked and I heard her say she got her watch hours before she even got the number of subscribers that she needed. And that had me interested. And I asked her. And she said, oh, she just does live streams all the time. And at the time she was. And she did like 3-hour live streams. And through her, I made all kinds of connections. I made a connection with Goldie, who just became a huge Walking with Goldie. So you could just see where it all expands. Bill says, Smallface says, only got 2 minutes though. Well, that's okay. I'm back. Core is activated. Maybe 2 minutes was all you needed to activate the core. Dill says, where is my dwelling place? Where can I never stand? Where is my final goal towards which I should ascend? Is all beyond place. Where should my quest then be? I must, transcending God, into the desert flee. By Angulus Silius. Silius. I'm gonna have to look him up today. Budge says, I used to do lives. You don't anymore? About a year ago since my last live. I'm mainly a live channel. That's basically the premise of what I do. Just come here 3 times a day and talk. I also do nature shorts. I guess nominally, I do fitness stuff, but that's just sort of like a vlog, my workout diary. Let's see. Clark says, I can't pronounce his name, brother. Neither can I. But he seemed to have wisdom, as they say. We got some love from Smileface. Hey, Budge, let me know if you become inspired to do some more lives, and we'll show up and hang out with you. I'm starting to think of my own lives as less about. I used to think about making connections and what can I offer people, but now I'm seeing it more as what each person and each connection is offering me. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I actually mean that in an entirely selfless way. That everyone is here to either bring me my own recognition of light or my own refusal to recognize darkness. So if someone here is in any way trolling or seem to be being unkind or whatever, they're doing me a huge favor because they're revealing that darkness within me that I can now heal. If someone shows up, like Brian, like Sniper, like Smileface, like Clark, like Jeremy and Cheryl and Eve, Budge, offering me love, they're showing me my own light. And I get to keep extending that to the world. Budge says, I tend to join other panels instead these days, only due to the subjects I've covered in the past attracted few trolls. Budge says, be yourself, best way to be. Especially when you start realizing who you truly are. You could say be your authentic self is the best way to be. Any image that comes to your head of who you think you are, let it go. Any image that anyone tries to present to you that this is who you are, let it go. Keep surrendering to who you truly are, because who you are is surrendering itself. Pure surrender, each and every single moment. Remember, the Tao that can be told is not the true Tao. Butch says, good advice that people. Clark says, God is an utter nothingness beyond the touch of time and place. The more thou graspest after him, the more his fleet thy embrace, Angelus Sicilus. I like that. That's my favorite one so far. Hey, Selma, my friend. Good morning. Selma says, good morning. Hey, Grumpy Sapper. Man, it was fun hanging out with you last night. You stumped me a couple times with the theme song. Selma says, how you doing today? Selma, I'm pretty good. We're going to, since we got some people show up, I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Well, just a minute or two. And then shut things down for the morning. I'll have some breakfast. I'm going to go out and take my walk. Selma says, how you doing today? Selma, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Grumpy Sappy says, sorry, mighty Budge. Hi, mate. Budge says, my favorite quote I live by daily is that sometimes greatness comes from those they expect little from. It's a good one. It is a good one. Absolutely. Budge says, say grumpy. Someone says, for breakfast, I had a cinnamon roll. That sounds good. I'm going to have oatmeal, but I'm going to have a little bit of cinnamon in it. So it appears that Grumpy Sapper and Budge are connected. Let's give everyone else an opportunity to connect with Budge as well. And for Budge to connect with people here. Dill says, he has not lived in vain. He learns to be unruffled by loss, by gain, by joy, by pain. All right, that one is now my favorite. That reminds me of the prayer of, give me 1 second, guys. Saint Teresa of Avila. Give me 1 second. I'm going to read that, and then we're going to go. This is a very simple little prayer. I absolutely love it. And this is inspired by our friend Dale. Had me think of it. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing away. God never changes. Patience obtains all things. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone suffices. Saint Teresa of Avila. If the word God does not resonate with you, change it. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing away. The Tao itself never changes. Patience attains all things. Whoever has the Tao lacks nothing. The Tao alone suffices. If you don't like the word Tao, change it to Krishna, Holy Spirit, the universe. Better yet, love. Everything, every name of the Creator is synonymous with love. Hey, Carl. Carl says, I'm reading St. Bridget's prayer. I don't know that, Carl, but I'm going to look it up. How are you, my friend? Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. We're going to look that up now. Timo says, so Eric and chat. Hey, Timo. Have a good class today, my friend. Hey, Pokemon. Pokemon says, morning, friend. Good to see you. It's good to see you, too. Optimop says, hi, honey. Sabine. I think he was really talking to me. It's okay. You can call me honey. Someone says, hi, Pokemon. Sabine says, slow to Grumpy Sapper. Timo says, slow to Carl. Oh, Grumpy says, Budge and I met last night. He's a good egg. Yep, we got him modded up. Everyone can reach out. Budge says, oh, thank you. I don't need any subs, but anyone is welcome to view anything they like. Someone says, Carl is amazing. You are absolutely right. Carl is amazing. And speaking of Carl, I just read Saint Teresa's prayer, but Saint Bridget's prayer. Ask for peace, hope, and guidance from the patron saint of Ireland. You brought hope to the downcast. May the mantle of peace cover those who are troubled and anxious, and may peace be firmly rooted in our hearts and in our world. Inspire us to act justly and to reverence all God has made. Beautiful. Thank you, Carl. You introduced me to that. Much appreciated. Pokemon is saluting to Optimob. Dill says, God, whose love and joyous, present everywhere, can't come to visit unless you aren't there. Is that yours? Dill says, I've read that Jung and Schopenhauer were inspired by Angelus. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It's a good thing I keep my desktop up. That way I can still communicate with you guys, let you know that I was fading out. Budge says, phone's dying, be right back. That's okay, Budge. We are going to end it for today. I got oatmeal calling for me. And then I got to go out and take a walk. I'm going to do my workout. I got more yoga to do. Second meditation for the day. And then we'll be back here at 1 o'clock p.m. Someone says, big sub to you. Thank you. Timo says, howdy, Grumpy. Dill says, have a good day, brother. You too. Hey, so let's talk about Ho'oponopono later. And any more quotes that you feel like sharing. Always appreciate them. Timo says, howdy, Kingmaker. Huggies to Sabine from Selma. Timo says, hi to Selma. All right, with that. Hey, guys, if you don't mind, if anyone could extend some watch hours to our friend Tandra. She is so close, and I really think that this is the week that we can close the gap and get her there 100%. She just ended her, that was a 10-hour. I'm going to bring it up. Doves Devour Dinner. Doves Devour Dinner. So that'll take about 10 hours for today. Actually, almost 11 hours. 10 hours and 40 minutes. And I'm glad you guys had the opportunity to connect. We got some new people popping in. Always awesome. Timo says, I'm building a new channel, Selma. And it's going awesome. All right, so I'm going to go make oatmeal and take my walk. Thank you, guys. I will see everyone later today. Come on by and say hi in the afternoon if you get the opportunity. Thanks, guys.